going to talk to you about SYN, Synthetic Biologics. This is a biotech company, and the catalyst is a little more subtle than a regular press release. The catalyst was, I think the catalyst was there's a Form 8K filing, and basically the CEO and CFO, same guy, is given a cash bonus and an option to purchase 450,000 shares. And the next possible catalyst is the fact that the float is kind of low. It's not incredibly low, but it's still relatively low. And then another reason why most people should have gotten into it is number one, like just if they understand the breakdown of FDA drug approval. And as of July 30th, these guys got FDA clearance for their drug, SYN 020. I think it has to do with digestion or something like that. I don't remember what. Oh, right there, gastrointestinal disease. That's what it's designed to prevent and treat. This is their drug. So yeah, these were the kind of reasons. So right now they're in phase 1 and 2. They actually announced already in one of their press releases recently that they're in phase 1 or 2 of the drug approval process, and based on whether it's successful or not, this stock will keep rising or fall. So yeah, so now I'm gonna go through the trades. I think I went through enough for you to understand very available information on whether you should invest in this company or not. So those are some good reasons. So another good reason, if you subscribe to my indicators, I have one that's included. It's called Supertrend. And Supertrend told me to invest anywhere over here basically because it looked like it was going to have a parabolic move. So I've actually highlighted with 2020 hindsight, I've highlighted the best buys and sells, and I'm going to show you what my algorithm tells you. Or yeah, sure. So let's see this. Okay, yeah, it's good. And my algorithm gets close to the best buys and sells. Is it going to show me a different background color? It might. No, it didn't. That's good. So there's a lot in this indicator. Let's get rid of the volume. That's kind of annoying me. So it's loading. Done. Okay. So it says to buy over here and sell over here. That's cool. This is actually a good time to buy and sell. So another thing about using an algorithm is you get rid of crap noise from your charts. So I didn't have to experience this downtrend over here. So that's pretty good. This is a pretty awesome trade. It says to buy here and sell here. That was a nice trade. It was, what kind of percentage was that? It was a 30% move, which could have been a 46% move, and you just relied on maybe, watch out for drops below EMA 10. If it bounces off EMA 5, that's a really bullish move. But if it's especially resistance, resistance fell over here, so that would have been a good time to sell. You could see that after a long rise, resistance falling, so yeah, that would have been a good time to sell. You could also have used parabolic stop and reverse. The parabolic stop and reverse in this kind of area was really, really long. The uptrends were really long and the downtrends were quite short. So that's generally a bullish sign as well. It's loading. Okay, there you go. So long, short, long, short, long, short. So that's another thing you could have used. It's all in the toolbox. Let me get rid of this. Now, okay, so it says to sell over here. Yeah, that's good. It's not too bad. Right now it's on the not sensitive mode. So it probably would have said, I can put it on the net. I'll show you guys afterwards. But basically, I'm happy about the trades that it's doing. So from here, it tells you to buy here at, I don't know what percentage this is. Okay, 0 to, that's a 50% move, which could have been a 60% move. It's still really good though. Like I think this is a really nice one. You can also use this breakout tool, this breakout channel that I've included with it. It's really cool. So it says to buy, and then consider selling over here, which it actually did. Wow, I'm doing really good on time. Okay, so what I will do right now is show you where Supertrend like clearly said to buy and sell. Like you can clearly see, channel went from really fat, thinner, to really thin, and then as it's over here, you can consider buying because once it closes, generally there's a lot of movement. It didn't completely, like it closed, but then it immediately turned back into green, right? Especially right over here. So what you'd want to do is like use two indicators. Don't just use one indicator, obviously. So yeah, so I would have tried to get in. These are my suggested buys, and this was my suggested sell. Sorry, not my suggested, but like in hindsight, these are 2020. These are the best buys and sells. And then you can see here that the algorithm tells you to sell around that area. And then you also have to be aware, like when Supertrend tells you to buy because red is about to close or red is about to come, there's two sides to the same coin, right? So you can see here it goes from green to red, and then immediately it looks as if it's going to go to green. So you would want to get out over here. And then righteously so. So you get out, and then get back in maybe, and then you get out again. Well, no, you get out over here probably. And then you probably get in again, and then I would watch out for like, especially like after a dip like this, you want to remain calm. That's one thing I think is kind of a lot of like newbie traders, they don't do this. They panic and then they'll maybe sell at a horrible spot. But what you're supposed to do is actually remain calm and take the next best like sell. So if I was in this trade and it dropped way below EMA 10, I would have calmed down, waited 2 minutes, and then got the hell out. That's what I would have done. And then what else? Oh yeah, okay, so more signals. I'm going to show you some like more sensitive signals, which I like. I will include, so this is actually a new function. It's like even if I clicked it, nothing would happen. But yeah, I'm going to show you the more sensitive signals. And I'll leave the best buys and sells as is because they're still useful. So there's a lot of signals you get, but let me explain what they mean. So all the green signals, these are strong buy signals. So you could have bought here, and then you don't have to take these too seriously. But once it gets to pink, you generally want to sell. They're strong sell signals, meaning that, like, I guess the price has fallen a lot. So anywhere around here, you would have been like good for entry. And then same goes with this area. Really important thing is this. Notice how the signals, like when you have a lot of signals like this, I like to use them as if like actually I just look at the slope. So you can see the slope of the buys are increasing, and I guess they decrease right over here. Slope of the sells are increasing generally. They fall a bit over here, but then they rise, and then they start falling, and then it falls again. So this would have been a pretty good sell signal. Even though it's not a strong sell, I still would like take the slope into account. You can see the same thing over here. There's a group of signals over here, a group of signals over here. So rising support, rising resistance. And then you can see the resistance falling, and sure, the support is rising, but the resistance is really falling. So you could have got out over here as well. So that's it for the strong signals. Another thing that I think is useful, I'm not sure if I think I did this in a previous video, is like set linear regression to 20, and then basically use linear regression to decide which buys and sells are significant. I'm going to take out the channel, and then I'll say okay. Like I like to use a tighter channel for like shorter trades like this, like that's where it would tell me the breakout is. Okay, so right now the linear regression is down, so I wouldn't take these buys too seriously just yet, even though there are serious. So now that I see that the linear regression is sloping upwards, I would take the sell not seriously. And now I take the buy seriously.